the Shiv Sena now go ahead and give in to all of that pressure and choose to rename Aurangabad? There's still a question mark on that. But in our next report, we're going to be talking about the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb, the most controversial, no doubt, in his entire dynasty. And that's why 3 centuries after his death, we're still talking about him. He still remains a controversial character, despised essentially for his oppressive rule. It's very, very apparent in states like Maharashtra, where he spent most of his life fighting and protecting his empire against the mighty Marathas. Here's a look at all the past controversies over Aurangzeb that dotted Maharashtra's politics from time to time. It's no mausoleum. It's an open-air grave of the 6th Mughal Emperor, Alamgir Aurangzeb, who ruled over almost the entire Indian subcontinent for nearly half a century. When he died in the military camp of Bhingar, fighting the Marathas in 1707, his last instruction was to lay him without any opulence in a simple open-air grave. Aurangzeb's mortal remains were taken to the Sufi shrine of Sheikh Burhanuddin Garib in Khuladabad, more than 130 kilometers away from Bhingar. Within almost a decade of Aurangzeb's death, the Maratha Empire spread and a successor was restricted within Delhi. The war between Maratha pride and the Mughal emperor they despised most rages on even 3 centuries after Aurangzeb's death. Aurangabad city, where Alamgir's grave lies, was named after him by the Mughal emperor's decree. Shiv Sena, after winning municipal elections of 1988, announced renaming the city after Shivraj's son Sambhaji. 7 years later, in 1995, the corporation passed a resolution to do so. Shiv Sena-led government of Maharashtra issued a notification seeking suggestions and objections from people on this. It was challenged in the High Court by then AMC corporator Mushtaq Ahmed, but the plea was dismissed by the court, stating that no decision had been taken. Nearly 3 decades have passed, but the renaming of Aurangabad as Sambhaji Nagar remains a contentious issue and resurfaces ahead of every election. In 2015, a Shiv Sena MP abused an officer on duty on camera by calling him Aurangzeb ki aulad, or a descendant of Aurangzeb. The officer concerned raised some tempers during a demolition drive based on High Court orders and sanctioned by the district collector in Aurangabad. In March 2020, the current Aghadi government of Maharashtra cleared a proposal to rename the Aurangabad airport as Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj Airport. But this still awaits a green signal from the centre. In this controversial city that today sits at the heart of Maratha pride, representing the oppressive rule of the 6th and the most powerful Mughal regent Aurangzeb, the AIMIM has stepped in with a clear intention to rake up more muck and benefit from it in the coming electoral battle. Bureau Report, India Today.